Christmas season's on us, and we're actually renting a remote cabin to get away from it all.
A police officer pulled into my driveway. I started shaking. I'm like, what in the heck is going on already? This is happening.
Oh, gosh.
Cody is under a very high level of stress.
He doesn't have the luxury of falling apart.
He's not like you right now.
Oh my gosh, I'm not taking that personal.
Our only frame of reference is actually historical. When they prosecute a family for polygamy, they break up the family.
Hey, y'all, hey. Welcome back.
I'm Tracy.
I'm Nicole.
And we are Tradition with a Twist. Today, thank you for rejoining the Hot Mess Express with us as we continue the ride with Cody and the family.
Yes.
Sister Wives, Season 2, Episode 7.
The Brown Family Decision. And we all know, thus far, on the
I
journey,
don't think they good decision makers.
they have not been the best of decisions, so...
No, I don't think so.
We were very curious about what was going to happen in this episode.
Especially you titling the decisions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, again, I just feel like, it was very quick, not too much going on. I guess the main thing is, it's Christmas time. So,
Yeah,
with
Merry,
it being
Merry.
Christmas time, they want to stay in the spirit, and there's just so much going on at home. They're dealing with the investigation. We're dealing with, still they mention again, blending the families, meshing the families together. There's just so much going on, because the police now have actually finished their investigation and handed their findings over to the county. So, waiting on a decision, waiting to hear what's going to happen.
They're all anxious.
Just
so much stress, and they need to just get away and reconnect.
Yeah,
as a
reconnect as a
family.
family, away from all this noise. So, on the way to the cabin, they realize, well, actually not on the way, but before they get to the cabin,
as they prep.
Yes, they have a lot to do.
They do. Remember, this is a family of 21.
Yes. So first, of course, they have to go and pick a tree.
Yeah.
Tree picking. So they go to a nice little tree lot. That's actually, I think they said it was called the tree lot or
Yes,
something
the
like
tree
that. So they go and
There's a cute little sales guy there named Matt.
And they're like, ooh, he's a little cutie. And Robin has to point out, oh my gosh, like
Mary
Christine and Mary,
Christine,
they're just such flirts. And they're like, what? It's like, it's harmless. We're just having fun,
They're having a good old time.
He's flirting back with
That's
them,
right. Making the most of the experience.
Plus, he was an innocent, fun person to flirt with.
We have some kissing balls left. See the kissing balls?
Well, you know what? It's innocent, and that's why it's okay.
Oh, you listen to and the kissing ball.
And the kissing ball. I get extra kisses.
And he definitely put Cody to shame. So hey.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
there was a choice.
There was no comparison.
It's I would go with Tree Guy.
I sure would. Absolutely. But, they make it through, they find their tree, they get some mistletoe, they even get a little kissing ball.
Yeah. So, as they're prepping for the cabin, and the Christmas time, they realize, well, hey, there are several traditions that we have, and Robin makes a point that, these ladies, meaning the OG3, they have, all these traditions they do with the family.
And she wants to be a contributor. She wants to add something. She wants them to feel her presence.
Yeah.
They feel you, girl. But in a positive way.
Yeah, because Janelle, she does Christmas breakfast
Well, she does
or
a
Christmas
breakfast
Eve
or something.
breakfast, one of those days.
And
Christine, she brought in the
Saint
Lucia's tradition where the oldest girls make breakfast. So I guess that's one of those days as well.
Yep. And then Mary makes pajamas for all the kids. She sews pajamas for all the kids.
I mean, I have a traditional Christmas breakfast that I do, but really for me, it's just about hanging out with the family.
I've brought into the family the tradition of St. Lucia's Day,
where the oldest girls of the family make breakfast.
Every year for Christmas, I make the kids all pajamas and give them on Christmas Eve. And so I've got most of them done, but I need to finish up the rest of them. So I'm going to sew some pajamas.
We're meshing the families together. We're trying to figure out the traditions and how everything works together. Mary and Janelle and Christine have these traditions in the family. And it was like, I really wanted to bring something to the table as far as Christmas was concerned, and something that would mean something to the children as well.
And so Robin was like, well, I got to add my little tainted little touch.
I got to be included.
Yeah, don't forget about me. So she decides she wants to do something very special. and affordable. So she's going to make ornaments.
Because she loves ornaments.
She loves them. And
But
she
how
figured,
can I afford to give everyone an ornament every year?
So she's going to make them. And that way they're personal. And then every year, every child has something special and personalized from her.
Yeah. So this year she wants to make it part of the true meaning of Christmas. That's what she wants these ornaments to represent.
Yeah.
I took this and it's basically has all the little symbols from Christmas, and I made little miniatures of all the little symbols of Christmas. Like there was a candy cane and it symbolized Christ kind of pulling us in as a shepherd. For me, it kind of went back to kind of more the roots of what Christmas is all about. I love ornaments, and so I was trying to figure out a way to give an ornament to the kids every year. So I thought, if I made it, then I could afford it. And then
so
she said they've got candy canes and they've got, traditional Christmas items, but she did focus on the candy cane.
Yeah. She's just pointed it out, like, we'll see, like, this one has the candy cane, which represents, kind of like Christ bringing everyone together because he's the shepherd and all of this. And while the general information is correct, it just really bothered me the way she explained it, because the candy cane literally represents the shepherd's hook. That's literally what it is.
Yeah. But maybe we're too particular. I don't know.
I guess. And like I said, her
We just don't
overall
like
explanation is technically correct. It's just the explanation and the delivery is shit.
And again, I'm gonna be honest, it's probably the deliverer, sometimes it's not about the message. Sometimes it really is the person delivering it ain't the best one. But that's beside the point.
Yeah. So after we go through all of that, now, they're packing up the army.
Well, they're getting the plan, right? However they get their plan, because I feel like they've been on at least 3 trips, full family, and they still ain't got it together. So they're like, we gotta bring food, we gotta bring winter clothes, we gotta bring presents, we gotta bring decorations, we gotta bring all this stuff up to a cabin that we only staying at for 4 days.
It's Christmas season with a lot of extra stress.
But I know that we're getting away from it all, but there's a lot of prep because we have to take everything with us. We need to take our
clothes and
trees
and
our
snow stuff,
our food. We got to shop for our food. We're shopping for the army. We have to take it with us.
I
And
hope
the kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is, again, just what bothers me. So, you have a large family.
Yes.
You have all of these things to bring.
Yes.
There needed to be organization.
Y'all
like,
needed to
okay,
have been packing
this
a week
car
before.
will have food,
Yes.
clothes, and gifts. This one will have decor and gifts. This one will have XYZ.
The kids, you already have a plan, like a real legit plan. Nobody's trying to figure nothing out the day before, the day of.
No, they should be doing it the day before.
No,
but they do it day of.
No, they should legit. I feel like you should legit have the plan, right?
Yeah.
Before even the day before, because the day before you're executing.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's enough older kids that could help younger kids pack and do stuff. Like, y'all, if you have a family this large, you need to start getting stuff together at least a full week before. Maybe not groceries, but like clothes and shoes, like all of that, especially for the little ones.
Okay.
Because you got to know who needs laundry, this, that. Did they have to bring bedding? We don't even know all of that. It looked like a whole mess. So there are certain things you could get together ahead of time.
Oh,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. It shouldn't be what happened, which is day of, they're sitting trying to pack everything into the cars, figure out what's going on. And they mention, we need to make sure we make it there during daylight because, it's going to be difficult terrain. It's been snowing, all of this.
There's a storm coming and only one vehicle can actually make it to
up the mountain.
Cabin.
Yeah.
We were running late, and there had been 2 or 3 days of big snow, so we knew that we needed to get up there before dark because we knew that everything would be snowy. We're really bringing all that stuff.
Pull it tight, and then you're going to hold your end.
It's kind of sad that we plan to leave at about 10:30 and we won't leave till 1 o'clock.
Hunter. Yeah, Hunter, would you organize this for us next time? So we finally leave at 2 o'clock. We've got 3 hours till it's dark, and there was a storm coming.
So I'm worried about our kids and how are we going to get them to the cabin before it's dark, because it's not very safe because we knew that everything would be snowy. And I see you can only take your 2-wheel drive cars into a certain point, and they have a parking area. And beyond that point, you have to have a high clearance 4-wheel drive or a snowmobile.
Yeah. like drive direct to the cabin.
So everybody
Yeah.
else will go to a
They'll have to
landing
park,
point,
yeah.
a docking station,
Mhm.
and then get picked up from the docking station and transported to the cabin in the one vehicle that can make it.
Which makes it even worse, which definitely means like, okay, we know all this is happening. It literally should have been night before.
Right.
The cars are packed. Only thing you got day of is we need to put the people and the food in the car.
Come on.
That's it.
And the
let's
people
go.
should know what car they going in.
Yes.
Don't
yes.
let the kids just get to decide the day of, because that's too much. That's going to take too much time.
Yeah.
You know your kids already.
Yeah, and now when you get there, since only one vehicle can make it, that's where the organization helps.
Yeah, it's a snowed in pass.
The two-wheel drives couldn't even make it up the hills. So we ended up taking them back to a base, and I'm going to go back and help them load up all the stuff into this to bring the rest of the family and all the stuff that's in those cars. Now.
So we had to just use the one SUV to transport everything in multiple trips, however many trips it took.
And it's getting close to dark, and we're running out of time. We're going to have to take another trip.
That's where the organization helps because, okay, now we got to have to make
the
several
food
trips
first.
back and forth.
Yep, let's take the food first. Put the food in the vehicle that can make it. Take the food first with a couple of people who can start putting that away. Then he goes back down the mountain, picks up the next set. That maybe the tree, the decor. You know what I mean? Tree and decor.
Yeah.
Bring them up with some people so they can work on that. And you keep doing that.
Yeah. It was just chaotic. And then it's so late where it's like, oh, and we got to go get the snowmobiles because that's essentially going to have to be their
transportation for 4 days.
And by this time it's dark.
And
very
the poor
dark.
snowmobile distributor has been there all day waiting for them.
All day. So that also should have been one where, okay, let's stop. Let's go get these snowmobiles, bring them back, and keep going. Because also, if we have the snowmobiles, then instead of just having one vehicle that can bring stuff, we can drag stuff behind the snowmobile.
Exactly.
We can do whatever. We can use that as another form of transport.
Something. I said they should have brought a sled. I said because there's even a walk. So it's not like the vehicle can take them all the way to the door of the cabin. No, it can't. There's still a trek, a snowy, icy trek from the truck to the front door of the cabin. And I was like, y'all know this. Clearly, it looks like y'all been there before, but then again, maybe not. No. Because they say something interesting.
That, the size of the cabin, it's a little small
it
for
would work
our
for
family.
Maybe like a normal family. Oh my God, y'all.
This is just making me nuts. Come on. We still had stuff to go get, but at least we had the kids where we knew they were safe and they were warm.
The cabin was beautiful. It was really, really pretty.
It wasn't big enough.
If it was for a normal sized family, it would have been plenty big.
Yeah,
I mean, there was a lot of space in this. We just have a lot more people than the space. Yeah.
Again, with the lack of
research, they don't look up nothing.
It is it's Las Vegas hotel room all over again where there's no kitchen.
No, I said, and then when you see the amount of stuff
they
have, I was like, it's gonna take y'all 4 days to get the place in any type of order. Especially the way they did it. It's not like they packed, strategically.
They did not. It was just everything everywhere.
I was like, oh, I can't. Couldn't be me. I can't. I don't operate like that. Like it is very difficult for me to function like that. I
need some semblance of organization.
Something
like
structure to me is important, and I'm like
I
will take my time to get something organized so that I can work from it because it makes it easier.
Yeah.
Now, granted, if it's just somewhere, then all right, cool. But when I need it and I need to utilize it and I need to do something with it, it's easier. You learn over time. It's easier when stuff's together.
Yeah, well, I don't think they've learned that lesson clearly because it's just chaos. It really is. It's chaotic and it's crazy. But at least night of, they finally finish everything. They bring in the tree and say, let's go ahead and decorate the tree. So as they're doing this, we get the talking head section and, they are really concerned and feeling burdened
Yes.
by the fact that, the findings have been handed over to the county. In 60 days, they'll have a decision about what's going to happen.
60 to 90
They're
days.
worried about, breaking up the family.
Cody being taken away, maybe the mom's being taken away. What does it mean if the decisions aren't made in their favor? And then Christine having had experience, in her own family, seeing the families torn apart. And so it is very, very stressful. Cody, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, this is just so much for Cody. His shoulders.
He just bears the whole burden.
The whole brunt.
Everything
is on him.
Bullshit.
But also, y'all.
Who y'all talking about? Yeah.
Who's the Cody y'all see? Because I don't get it.
Yeah. I don't see where he's carrying the burden.
The whole burden, but also, my guy. You got 4 wives. That was your choice. I get it's your religion. But I don't know. I have such
Come on, Tracy. Didn't you see how emotional he was being?
Oh, he got the trembling of the lip, the quiver.
And because they might bring up the family.
You ask yourself, what can I do rather than risk having my family taken away from me? Or me taken away from my family? What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Well, we don't know. And historically, when a family's investigated or prosecuted for polygamy, they break up the family.
And I do, and I don't mean to come across as unsympathetic, because I'm like, I can only imagine when you sit back and think about it, like, oh my gosh, what this could potentially mean. But at the same time, for me, it keeps coming back to we didn't have a conversation. Like, we didn't talk about what this could mean. Like, I don't know.
Yes, but okay, even personal life experience. How you can have a conversation about something, you could know that something may be coming, but when your feet are in the trenches,
absolutely. And again,
that issue comes up different.
As I have said before, I think it's the language maybe that they're using to express it, as opposed to because it as if I didn't know they made the choice, to me, I would feel like, oh my gosh, this is a shock to them. Like it's not. I would feel like this was a shock, or they were discovered and they didn't make the choice to actively come out and say, hey guys, this is us. We're not living in hiding anymore. This is us.
Yeah.
And I think, and I'm not saying they shouldn't be afraid, because yeah, of course, but there is a resilience, or there is something. There is something that's usually found in when you've made the conscious decision and you're like, I'm living my life as I am. Even when you face that, right? There's still a different voice so in history, in civil rights history, right? Like, there have been people who are like, listen, no, I'm living my truth. I'm coming out. I'm going to say, this is who I love, interracial couples, all of that. Now, yes, there was fear, but there was also like, no, we chose this. We stand firm, and this is why we think it's right. This is why we think it's right. And Nicole, you made a point. She was like, well, that don't make good TV. And I was like, okay. They probably told Cody, be more vulnerable. Like, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I see both. I see one, yes, we want the ratings. But I do also see where it could be, it's just like, you make a bet, okay, so I know, 9 times out of 10, as long as you aren't doing additional things, I'm okay. So I'm not really expecting to be persecuted because we don't have the other things that go along with the reasons that they're generally persecuted. So, you know, I'm thinking we should be okay. And then you're faced with the reality of, oh, well, shit. I should have bet on black.
But you see, I think that's the part for me where I'm like, because at no point, because they're like, oh my God, we could be separated, and what if, and this is what happens to our community, and at no point are we hearing them go, but you know what? It doesn't make it any easier. Like, we knew that these were all possibilities we could face. However, we still came out, but that doesn't make it easier, guys. Like, we're still, like, there's none of that.
But that has now fueled their decision.
Yeah.
So they are saying, you know, all of this is terrible. We don't want these things to happen. Now that they have launched this investigation, we only have 60 days. We have decided to make sure that we can stay a family.
Right.
We've made the decision to move out of state. And we only currently have told the 4 oldest kids.
Children.
And that's it. But, you know, to make sure our family stays together, we've made the decision to move out of the state.
And so we have decided that we're going to move out of the state. We've only told the 4 oldest kids. Makes this Christmas kind of an exceptional time for us.
I think that's perfect.
Oh, I think
She's changing colors. Awesome.
So
Yep.
that is the decision we land on at the end of the episode. That's
it.
what we get.
Where? We don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if you guys stayed tuned with us, you'll find out. Because it looks like we're going to find out in the next episode where they might be going. So, guys, thank you.
Thanks so much for riding this train with us. And if you have seen some of our previous videos and been with us, you know what time it is. For those who are new, it's twist time.
All right, so you had red. I'm going to take it now.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Ha ha ha.
Both
Okay.
angel cards.
So you want a card or the book?
I want the cards.
Okay. Right. And again, this one just keeps coming up, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna
use
take this
that one. There you
deck
go.
right here. All right. There we go. So it's actually pretty new. So we're just going to shuffle until we have a message
Okay.
needed for the collective who's going to be watching this, who may come across this video.
All right, guys. So I got the angel card, and I got 6161. Blessed. Blessed, kindness, extend, spread, warm joy. Blessed are those who embrace kindness and extend it to others. Act with kindness towards everyone you encounter, whether it's a simple smile or a helping hand. By spreading kindness, you not only make others' lives better, but also fill your own heart with warmth and joy.
All right. So I have here just a kind of a tarot deck here. So a couple of messages came out. This one I was worried about because, you know, of that. But essentially the first card we have is the World card. And it reduces to 21, 7, 14, 15. Okay. Which reduces to 3. And 3 is all about community, optimism, and joy. So it essentially means, you know, completion, accomplishment, wholeness, attainment, fulfillment, travel, celebration of life, and you are arriving. The second card that came out was the Queen of Swords. And it's very interesting. Queen of Swords is, oh my gosh, do you see this? So it's a water air combination. It also deals with houses of Virgo and Libra. And it has to do with unbiased judgment,
Mm.
being independent, having clear boundaries, direct communication, being clear-minded and perceptive.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, guys, the world is your oyster. Remember to be kind to others, but also remember that you know, let's try to keep things in perspective.
Yes.
Let's try to keep things in perspective. Let's try to put our best foot forward in everything we do. And I don't know, see where it goes. All right. So I want to thank you guys again for joining us. We hope that you will like, share, subscribe, comment. You still got something to say, so go ahead.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. Some people here are also on a precipice of a change, and yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to continue. I just feel you're on the precipice of a change, whether that be a career, whether that be moving into a new location, um, whether it's in a decision you're waiting on. But just know that there is joy and happiness on the
Coming with
horizon for you. You are on the precipice of celebration as well. And just remember to go forward kindly and with joy and unbiased judgment, which we know watching a show like this can be very tough.
Oh,
so
very difficult.
yeah, take the right turn and try to be as unbiased as possible.
There you go. All right.
We
well,
love you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. And again, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you again later. All right. Bye.
Bye.